The piece 5 car stud was shown 1972 at Documenta, and that's the same Documenta was acquired by a Japanese group and disappeared for more or less 30, 40 years. Came back, as a proposal to be acquired, and Miuccia Prada was totally interested, and she made part of the collection of Prada. So we had this piece for several years, and we thought how to do something around it that was not only showing the piece in itself. So I made some research, worked with Nancy Kienholz, how to use the space here in the Fondazione Prada, and so on. So we came with the idea to present several aspects of Ed and Nancy Kienholz in the Fondazione Prada. That's how the show started. And I think it's a kind of first time that Kienholz is shown in Italy, while he had a lot of recognition in Germany, especially in Berlin. And I think it's a very revealing thing to have this exhibition, because not so many people knows about Californian art. It's a very kind of important moment in history, but New York raised it out. And now there's the moment to recuperate the period after the 50s till the end of the last century, to show the contribution. Because we have to understand that the complexity of Kienholz belongs in the same time as Jasper Johns, Rauschenberg, the Nouveau Realism in France, Armand and César. So it's a missing element in the art history of contemporary art, not only for his artistic production, but also as an intellectual. He promoted the opening of several galleries, very important now, and another one was the Ferrus Gallery, the famous Ferrus Gallery. He supported an art critic that was Walter Ops, who became the first to introduce Duchamp in America, pop art, and so on. So he's a very complex figure. He's not only a sculptor, he's not only a bricoleur, but also is an intellectual promoter of contemporary art. Historically, Kienholz is kind of representative of a reaction against the purity of art. Let's say the action painting by Pollock, or the minimalism of Judd and Fleming. So at the time in history, there was this kind of erasing process of the content. They were only looking for freedom and abstraction. No problems, no content. Also because in the 50s, art that was dealing with the social subject was considered communist. So you can go in jail, which in fact happens for several artists of the Ferrus Gallery, because we're dealing with, let's say, crucifixion and the sexual subject and so on. So the relevance is that this has been done 60 years ago, and our subjects are still part of our culture. Let's say pedophilia, the racism, the situation of the commodification of the woman figure, the sexuality and the aggression and so on. So in a certain way, they are very contemporary because they touch subjects that are becoming, in every country, in a different way. Naturally, the racism is not here yet in Europe, but you have all the fight against immigration, which is a kind of fascism. There is not a variation yet, but it's in the process. So in a certain way, the show reflects the situation of Europe and perhaps the danger also of America in the future.